Well, when I was writing my almost more recent book, Our Endangered Values, trying to analyze the directions that our country was taking that I thought were improper, I was very honored and pleased to have Jim Wallis come down to Plains to give me his advice on what were the major issues that face our country and how to relate our various Christian and other faiths, our beliefs in God, our own standards of moral values, with the current challenges and problems of today. And they relate to people in our own country and to people around the world. As some of you know, most of the Carter Center's work, except for Rosen's mental health work, is done in foreign countries. I'll be leaving in just a few days for Africa, and then I come back and spend 2 days, and I go to Nepal, and I'll be coming back from Nepal to the Middle East, and I'll be going through Israel and to the Palestinian areas, and to Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Saudi Arabia. So we travel a lot overseas. But we obviously are able to ascertain the great challenges that our world faces and that individuals face in addressing the challenges that come before us. And how do we relate those to our basic moral values that never change? When I made my inaugural speech as president, when I accepted the Nobel Peace Prize, I quoted my high school teacher, Miss Judy Coleman. I was the only elected president ever quoted his high school teacher, I think, so far. And Miss Judy said, would tell us frequently, we must accommodate changing times, but cling to unchanging principles. And I think that's what Jim's book has done. It's described in very vivid words, and I've read every word in it, what we now face in America as opportunities for us as individual citizens with our very faiths to accommodate new opportunities that we have with changing political times. In the past, I think our country has been, I'll use the word afflicted, excessively in the last 25 or 30 years with heavy influence from the more fundamentalist and far-right elements of some of our faiths and its impact on politics. And we've seen that beginning to change and shatter. How do we take advantage of that change individually? And obviously in a democracy, the collective individual changes and commitments of people who are enlightened combines to shape the policies of an entire country. So that's what Jim has done, and I think almost every aspect of human life in the political world has been covered in his book, which I admire very much. And it's provocative. And if you go down the list of things that we can do as Americans, he outlines the best approaches that we might consider taking. Always relating back, in his case, and in my case, we happen to be Christians, to the example set for us by our Savior Jesus Christ when he was in his 3-year ministry on earth, as far as we know. We had a recent example here in Atlanta, originated at the Carter Center, of bringing together Baptists. I think if any religious faith has a reputation of being divisive, it would be Baptists. But we had 15,000 Baptists of all kinds who came here with the intention of total harmony. There was never a political phrase used in any of our sermons or speeches. There was never any criticism of another person. And we had, for the first time in 163 years, about half white and half African-American Baptists, with a strong collection of Hispanics and others who come to this country from Japan and Korea and so forth, who have adopted our particular Protestant faith. And it was a glorious example of what spirit can be aroused if we face challenges together in a spirit of harmony and peace and love, forgiveness, humility, compassion, which Christ exemplified. So I think we are on the verge of something great, and I think the guide of how we take advantage of this opportunity is expressed very clearly in Jim's book. I'm very proud to be associated with it. He honored me by asking me to write the foreword, and I was glad to do that. And so in a way, I'm going to kind of claim credit for part of it.